Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Hello, I'm Billy Coppin, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kaye Boehning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Hello.
Good morning.
We start differently every morning. Have you noticed that? No? We do different
I've noticed
things.
that you do different things, but so do I.
I just wanted to. Do you ever hum, Kay? You ever just kind of. Now, I'm not saying hum haul around because you definitely don't hum haul around. You're always on the go. But do you ever catch yourself humming or singing?
I sing a lot.
I usually have a song playing in my head. You don't want me singing or humming.
Do you ever, though? Like when you're by yourself or you just do-do-do-do-do? You ever do that?
Not very often.
I sing in the car with the radio up real
Oh, well,
loud.
I'll sing it in the car with the radio or something, but you don't want me here. There's
And yesterday I was singing the Battle Hymn of the Republic while I was making candy.
So I have a friend I sit by a lot at church, and one day his wife, who wears hearing aids and stuff, she sat between us, which was, fine. But I told my friend, I said, I see what you did here. I said, you put your wife between us so that, because she's deaf and you don't want to hear me sing anymore.
There it is.
So,
Wow.
So did you get in trouble or was everything okay?
oh no, he thought it was funny.
Boy, I got y'all really zoomed in. I'm sitting
Yeah.
here doing a little. This is called. It's supposed to be pre-production work. Pre-production. You do it before you go on.
That would
but-
imply that you would show up before 7.
No, I'm
Oh,
here.
my.
I'm here early. Okay, we've been on time. We've been good lately. Have you noticed?
I have.
I get really nervous on Wednesdays because I don't want to let Kay. I'm like this when I get up in the morning. So I told Rick my stomach hasn't been feeling too hot. That's probably why. It's because I get nervous about Wednesday.
It's all that anxiety. She does the same thing to me.
I've never, ever, ever, ever been nervous about broadcasting until I was at North Dakota State. It was the weirdest thing.
Really?
And it was nothing bad. It's just getting to know a new coach and new people, and it was a different story. It was just a different chemistry. And the coach there was great. I mean, I got along with him good. It's just, it takes some time to build in trust in a new area. And I was so nervous interviewing him all
But
the time.
you came here and did the same thing.
Yeah, but here was easy. I don't know what it is. That's the only time in broadcasting, it was only interviewing that coach that I'd ever been nervous. And to this day, I don't know why. It was just the strangest. And nothing against him. It was just, I don't know what it was. I just got so nervous.
You're afraid of up north people as opposed to Texas people.
I have no idea.
We Texans are pretty friendly.
I'd get so nervous before every interview, I'm being, what's the word? Vulnerable. I'm being vulnerable. I'm letting out a vulnerability this morning. So,
She used to get nervous speaking at the chamber breakfast.
did you?
I don't think
Oh, yeah.
she does anymore.
Not anymore, right?
No, I'm fine now.
Kay, you're just like, Huntsville is you and you are Huntsville.
Oh no, I'm a very, very shy and introverted person.
No, I know we've talked, but but you have just this community has embraced so many people, including you and many others. And it's like when I think of Huntsville, this community would not be the same without you guys. It
Thank
wouldn't.
you. That's sweet.
There is this. I'm not saying it to be all rosy and posy, and I'm just saying it because it's the truth. This community would not be the same without you. When I think of Huntsville, I think of good people, and there's this special chemistry that y'all have that just it's great
We
for
have
this
chemistry.
community. Yeah, there's chemistry.
You see the sparks flying.
Yeah. So, but I mean that though. Like y'all, and not just y'all together as a couple, but the way you embrace people, the way Kay, you give everybody a hug in town. You're the hugger of Huntsville. And
I don't hug a lot of people.
Rick is kind of pushing him with his elbow, like, get away from me. Is what Rick does. Well, hey, we want to welcome you in. Facebook did us a disservice. And so now every single morning, I have to manually, I don't know why they changed, just leave it alone. I manually have to go in and share us to Huntsville, Texas News and Events group. And they changed it. On April the 22nd, they changed the algorithm.
Of course they do.
And they said, oh, you can no longer go live. And we were joking about this yesterday on the show. There is somebody, some little computer guy, that's hanging out in the corner, where the light bulb's kind of flickering, and there's no one around him. And he's like, this would be funny to change this. And he flips the switch and messes it up for everybody.
It may just be AI nowadays.
Yeah.
It may not even be a real person.
It could be. Here's something that I saw. HP has a new service. Hewlett-Packard has a new print service for home users and business. But as low as $6.99 a month, you can have printing services now. They'll send you a printer, and then you can print. Sounds like a pretty good deal, right? And it's connected to the cloud or to the internet, and so it knows when your ink's getting low. So I figured they probably program the ink where it only lasts 5 pages. But they'll
We have one like that now.
But they'll ship you new ink before it gets low. So I started looking into this. I was like, that's actually a pretty good deal for people who print. Well, here's the fine details. The $6.99 was their cheap basic printer. Guess how many pages a month you can print for $6.99?
Probably 10.
20 pages.
Wow.
Is their starter. All right, and then every 10 pages as it goes up, it's like an extra $10. It's ridiculous. Why would I pay $16 a month for a printer and only get 40 pages a month? Sounds kind of sketch to me.
Some people might do it.
So, and then the business one, this was actually going 700 pages for a more advanced printer, an Office Jet. Ooh, Office Jet.
Calm down.
Yeah, easy there, printer people. Calm down, HPers. You know, they have the Taylor Swifters. They call them the Swifties.
Yeah.
These are HPers. Easy there, HPers. I don't know if that sounds good or not.
Not very good, no.
$35.99 a month. You can get an Office Jet with 700 pages. Wow. So there you go. That's what our world has turned into.
So,
subscription services for everything. You know, I'm surprised.
Not everything.
What is something, Rick, that you wish there was a subscription service to that we don't currently have?
Somebody go do my job. I'm tired, buddy.
Put gas in your car?
Huh?
Put gas in your car?
I don't mind putting gas in the cars. I do need somebody to wash them once in a while.
What if, you go on to something, Kaye. What if there was a service like an Uber, but for gas? Do you think people would use that?
Let's find out. I'll start that business.
It's called a AAA, isn't it? Is that what it is? AAA's already out. But think about it. I think some days I would utilize that service. I'd pay an extra $10 to have somebody deliver gas and put it in my car for me.
I do. I say, Rick, my car's getting low in gas.
Yeah.
He's your AAA. So, all right, well, welcome in. 260 today, episode 260 as we get rolling here on a wonderful Wednesday. As always, big thank you to Paul Oley of the Gallery. We appreciate his generous support in providing this great space for us right downtown in our beautiful square. And also a huge shout out to Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers and online at elliotsjewelers.com. I've been talking for months. I need to go get 2 more little studs put in here on my wedding band because I had one for Bridget, and that's the commercial, Rick, that makes absolutely no sense. You've told me about it.
The one that makes no sense.
Something about, and I'll put
one around for each of those others.
Yeah, we'll redo that. It was just me talking. It wasn't scripted. That's what happens.
Yeah.
And I recorded it.
You were rambling.
Yeah, I was rambling. But it was a good ramble until that point. But see, it's caught your attention.
Yes, it did. I'm wondering, what drugs was he on?
You're wondering, what is he talking about? And see, that's how it works. Because
people remember either really good commercials or really bad commercials.
There you go. Perfect.
That's why so many people remember me. I'm really bad.
Yeah. But I need to get 2, and they're not that expensive. I think he told me it was only like $50 a little stud.
Really?
So, I mean, for an extra $100, I could get.
I mean, Elliot does
Bridget,
fantastic work. Have you seen this?
Yeah, it's you've seen, and y'all have them too.
90% of what she's wearing came from Elliot.
Yeah, I know you can't see it here on the screen, but here, let me do the webcam look in here. Here we go. Hold on.
The webcam.
There we go. Look at that. Man, that's a weird view. Hey guys, how you doing? I don't even have any idea what that was. Yeah, see, he did a really great job on this. And I told the Sam Houston ring was really cool. He didn't design these, but when the Bearcats won the national championship, we were blessed to get a ring, and it's like cubic zirconia. It's not.
Yeah.
I said, Elliot, what would you charge me to rip out all that fake stuff and put real stuff? He goes, that'll probably be a little chunk. But one day, Kaye, I'll do it. But big thanks to Elliot Herzlich for all your jewelry needs. Please check him out online at elliotsjewelers.com and schedule your appointment today. You can go by and see him at the First National Bank building. And, of course, on a wonderful Wednesday. We would
I
not
have
be
not
able to bring
seen
you
Elliot in a while.
He's been busy.
I
He was at the kids fair. He came.
Was he?
He came for a short bit. Yeah.
I missed him.
So
That's too bad.
Well, it's because we were kind of like in respective booths.
yeah, he was there. So it's
Yeah, I was shuttling back and forth between 2 booths.
yeah, he was there, and it was a good event. But big wonderful Wednesday brought to you by Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, Kaye and Rick Boehning. Didn't one time something happened where it was like, I'm Rick and Kaye Boehning? Weren't we talking about that earlier? Was that a chamber breakfast?
We were at a chamber after-hours event, and we were all lined up there, and I meant to say, I'm with Kaye, and it came out, I'm Kaye.
Did you get any backlash for that, or did
She's still giving me backlash.
It's still happening to this day.
Everybody there gave had something to say about it.
Well, great show lined up today. We're going to be talking more about the run coming up on May the 4th. It's so great that y'all picked that day because it's so easy to remember. May the 4th.
Be with you.
May the 4th be with you. The 5K color run coming up, going to be a lot of fun. Kaye, let's talk about it briefly because you've had quite a few signups. We're expecting and believing for many, many more. We've still got, what are we down to? A couple of weeks now? Is that where we're at? Is that coming up that fast?
Next Saturday.
Yeah. Next Saturday already?
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. So, yeah, we're about a week and a half out.
Yep.
You can go to runwithyouриmagination.com, but tell us more about the event. We're going to keep plugging it and talking about it. Give us some more info.
Well, they can still sign up, and they can even sign up on race day, but we can't guarantee on race day that we'll have a T-shirt in your size. We are ordering extra, but if you'll get your sign up and your order in before Friday, you can get a T-shirt in your size. Please mark it on the when you go and sign up for the race. There's a button to choose what size shirt you want.
Yeah.
And we're going to have bubbles out there. There's going to be a lot of fun. The children love it. I don't know how many strollers we have every year. I mean, it's a really...
But the parents pushing the strollers.
I'm not pushing you in a stroller.
I wasn't implying that.
You've asked.
Please.
But
doesn't do any good.
It's kind of a figure 8 track that we have. So, if you get tired, you don't have to finish. You don't have to run. You can walk. If you don't want color on you, you can just walk around the people that are throwing color, and they will respect your wishes and not throw color on you.
Has there ever been anybody like, don't throw that on me? Not too bad. They know what they're getting into.
No, they kind of walk they walk around, and nobody chases them down with color.
What is the color? Is it like chalk? Is that what it is? Just different type of
it's
chalk?
Not powder.
Yeah, it looks like chalk to me.
Yeah.
It's just a colored powder. It's a lot of fun, though. We went, last year when we first came back, Bridget and I came. Well, I came by. Bridget and I came by because we were just getting everything started here with our platform, and it was a lot of fun. Dr. Shepard was out there, and I got to experience that. If you haven't been, friends, it's a lot of fun because right at the beginning, you guys do the 3, 2, 1, and poof, and it's like this huge puff cloud. But they're already throwing color before, though. They're already getting a little bit excited.
Last year, everybody started throwing color before. I think Rick's daughter started that.
Yeah, well, doesn't surprise me.
And the grandchildren.
They're a little, wild.
Are y'all going to have a couple of vendors out there, too? Is there going to be a few vendors?
There's going to be a couple of people out there.
Awesome. Cool. Maybe possibly a candy vendor out there?
Could
possibly?
be a candy. There's not a candy vendor. Okay. I thought there was going to be a candy vendor.
No, because that's going to be someplace else that we're going to later in the day.
Oh, okay. What time does this get started again? This next Saturday? Not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
The race is at 9 o'clock. We recommend you get there around 8 and start registering.
Who's the guy that does all the photography around town? Is he going to be there? What's his name?
Mr. Picks.
Mr. Picks, yeah.
Not sure.
I did not see him at the children's.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Expo.
Josie, if you're listening this morning, Josie, call Mr. Picks and make sure that he knows to be there. I like that guy.
Stowers.
Yeah, Stowers. By the way, were you on that episode? No, y'all were gone. We were talking about Josie's last name. We said it has a lot of prestige to it. It's like, my last name's hip. That's like boring. And then Josie comes like, Josie Stowers. It's just this prestigious name of a
Okay, I thought I had a prestigious name.
That's a Rick Boehning, It's kind of got this gruff sound to it,
Yeah.
Boehning.
Well, I've heard it said boring and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, man. Well, we got a great show lined up. We're going to continue to talk more about the run here in a little bit as well. But our friend Taylor Simmons joining us. He's got a great opportunity for the community to help out a great cause that he is a part of. I didn't know the official title for Taylor, is his official title, so I hope he doesn't mind. But we came up executive decision this morning, if Taylor doesn't mind, Minister of Athletes. So we'll see. We'll confirm with Taylor if that's okay, but we just called him the Minister of Athletes because he is so involved with many student athletes at Sam Houston State University. It's been really cool to see the work that the Lord is doing through Taylor, through these young men. I mean, it was cool. I was in Fargo and I was bragging when I was up there about y'all got this championship football team all the time, but they're in Huntsville baptizing players on the field. How cool is that? So you don't see that a lot at the collegiate level, and I'm not saying that in a negative way, but it's thanks to the good work that the Lord's doing through Taylor. So we're going to talk more with Taylor and some opportunities that you can have to help him out this morning.
Yeah, we need to get Taylor and all of his athletes out there running.
Yeah, Get them out there.
Because each of the books that gets sent out, all this is to raise money for the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. And each book that gets sent out each month has Jesus Loves You on it. So it'd be a great segue into your ministry, too.
There you go. See, it all works together for the good. That's
you
the way
got your
it is.
tickets bought?
No, I need to get them.
By Friday.
Yeah, we'll get them. And they're only $25, $15 for children. And what's the age on the children? How 12
65.
65 and up.
If you want your child to have a shirt, then it's $15, because the shirts cost us about $12.
Gotcha.
So basically, the children are coming
Awesome.
almost for free. And if they're stroller, we don't charge for them.
Stroller, it's like my friend said, no credit, don't sweat it. So it's the same thing. If you got a little child, that counts as no credit, don't sweat it. 30% interest tomorrow. I think so.
Wow.
I think somehow that phrase comes up every day in some conversation that I have.
I've noticed it.
It's kind of catchy.
It came up yesterday at Ambassadors.
Do you know about this story, Kay? This guy, you've heard it
Yes.
a million times.
Is it just a Rick story? I mean, Rick inspires this.
No, it's literally
words out of you.
Yes, he does. And I'm so thankful that on those ambassador days, I'm so thankful that it's just Rick and I, because here's the deal: there's some conversations that Rick and I have that are just privy to Rick and I. So they're good. They're good, wholesome conversations.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was a lot of fun yesterday, Rick.
We're going to go with that story.
It was the quickest ambassador trip
I
ever.
have never had one that fast.
Kay, we were in and out of there, in probably less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Three locations, less than 10 minutes. I was like, man, this is great.
But they were all right around
I was going to
each
say,
other.
were they right next door to each other?
It was right downtown. We went to Sam, and Diego was on his way out, literally.
Yeah, we just caught Diego before he left.
Over at Sam's table, we got Diego, and then we went over to Facemaker.
Yeah.
Is that right? Or did we go somewhere else before that?
No, we went Facemaker.
Facemaker, then where'd we go?
It's right down the street.
Oh, Cork and Canvas.
That's it, Cork and Canvas.
It was so quick. And we were just boom, boom. In fact, that reminds me, I need to send those pictures to Ray this morning.
You didn't do that?
Didn't do it, no.
Oh, Ray's going to.
Yeah, we'll be
I'm
in a lot of
surprised you
trouble.
already haven't been notified.
Yeah, we'll get the notification. Ray, if you're watching this morning, I promise you, brother, we're going to get those pictures to you.
We did do our due diligence, Ray. We talked to everybody.
So, hey, I did something on a more serious note this morning. I know that we have a lot of fun, but I just want to ask this community. There was a gentleman here that I had the privilege of becoming friends with over the last 4 years or so, and the voice of Huntsville forever is going to be the voice of this community, and it's Cooter Roberson. And Cooter is he's I don't want to say he's in really, really bad shape, but he's not in good shape right now. And so he's going through a medical situation. And if you could, please, Huntsville, and I'd love to do something special for that man because he has just meant so much to this community for so many years. Of course, as the historic, legendary voice of the Bearcats for so long and for Huntsville ISD. But had a chance yesterday. Steve Riggs came in. I used to work with Steve. He came in from Nacogdoches, Brian Adams and I, and we went over and visited Cooter yesterday at MRC. And, he's a good man. And so if y'all could do a huge favor this morning, just keep Cooter in your prayers. And he's a great man, like I said, and I hate to see him, kind of in bad shape right now. And he's going to get better. We're believing he's going to get better, but this community really needs to reach out and cheer him up. And I'm thinking maybe we'll figure out a way to do something, special for him to where he's not bombarded, but maybe folks can bring something here and we'll go take it to him or something. But if you have a connection to him, just let him know that you love him, and how much you appreciate him because he's a good man. And it was good to catch up. He was still joking yesterday, by the way, when we went to see him. So that was always as soon as we walked in, how's the food? Terrible, terrible food, So it was good. It was good to. It's still in Cooter fashion, and he's such a wealth of knowledge. I had the privilege of going, and Steve Ricks introduced me to him many, many years ago when we came, and we'd go eat at Rodeo once a month. And it's one of those guys you just want to zip your lips and just let him talk. Mm-hmm. He's a wealth of knowledge. I don't think anybody knows more about the history of the athletics in this community, and even this community in general with Huntsville ISD and with Sam Houston and Cooter. So, in fact, they named a goat after him. I was reading about at the university back in the day. There was mascot Cooter the goat. They named it after him. So just keep him in your prayers because we love him a lot. So, well, let's take a break. Hey, before we do, how about this? How about we pop up to Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line? Boy, what's that keyword? Mrs. Rick, this may be why my stomach started feeling bad yesterday. Because look what's bubbling. What is that?
I see what it says.
What's bubbling there, Kay?
Crawfish.
Crawfish. That's the key word today.
Why is it not crayfish?
It's not very cray. It's not cray-cray. Do people still say that? Like, are you cray-cray?
Yeah.
Rick's pretty cray-cray. It's
I am not cray-cray.
It's not cray-cray.
There's only one cray in my name.
It's crawfish. I almost said crayfish. It's crawfish. Text that in along with your name on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. That number is 936-339-0139. Again, 936-339-0139. Guess what I'm giving away? Cafe Texan gift card, only because y'all are here and you can't win it.
So when you're in North Dakota, did you call that crawfish?
Yeah, I don't know how they would say it.
Well, you know.
They don't live up there.
Hey, Charlie, would you like some fish? Crawfish? Crawfish. Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
I don't know, because you changed all the S's to Z's.
Oh,
so.
yeah, you're right. Okay, that's where it was. Yeah, the S's were tomorrow's, Paramis, Montessori schools. Yeah, crawfish. That sounds like crawfish that have been like bubbling in Dr. Pepper or something. Crawfish.
Can you eat crawfish?
Look, I'm a fan of the taste, but I'm not a fan of having to dig the meat out.
I cannot get past them little beady eyes staring at me.
And some people like suck the head.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Yeah, they literally
look at you with they give you a lot of guilt looking at them.
It's like shrimp. I like shrimp, but I don't like the little slivers of stuff that are in them sometimes that you got to clean out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Kay? I shouldn't be talking about it because my stomach's been on a tear. So
yeah, I just can't get past the beady eyes.
Yeah, let's say Taylor's about to walk out of here. So let's take a break. Keyword crawfish along with your name. It's our friend Randy Thompson and the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. We'll do that Cafe Texan gift card today. And all you got to do is text in 936-339-0139. We've got to listen to your national news. Word from our sponsors. Taylor Simmons joins us on the other side. Hey, and do us a favor. Because of this discrepancy now with Facebook changing the algorithm and us not able to go live in the group, do us a huge favor and hit like and share and help us continue to share the good that's happening here in Huntsville. We'll be back in a moment. It's your show on a Wednesday, brought to you by Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
USA News, I'm John Schaefer. After a second day of testimony, former President Trump is challenging the legitimacy of his hush money trial in New York.
The case is a sham, and it shouldn't even be tried. It shouldn't have been submitted.
Trump alleges that the trial's been orchestrated by President Biden to hinder him from campaigning. Earlier, prosecution witness David Pecker, the former head of the National Enquirer, claimed that he directed payments through Trump's lawyer Michael Cohen to suppress a story about an alleged affair with a Playboy model. Pro-Palestinian protests are escalating on college campuses across the nation. New York City Mayor Eric Adams says it's time to stop these protests.
We should address this while it is just a spark. Let's not wait until it's a blazing fire.
Monday, police made arrests at Yale and New York University as some protests turned violent. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is urging Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to step down. Speaking in an interview with Ireland's RTE's 6-1 News, Pelosi labeled Netanyahu as an impediment to a two-state solution between Israel and Gaza. While acknowledging the U.S. recognition of Israel's right to self-defense, Pelosi argued that Netanyahu has hindered peace efforts in the region for years. The Justice Department has reached a nearly $140 million civil settlement with the victims of former USA gymnastics doctor Larry Nassar. This resolves claims regarding the FBI's mishandling of the initial investigation into Nassar, who is currently serving prison time for sexually abusing hundreds of athletes under his medical care, including members of the U.S. women's gymnastics team. And 3 out of the 49 illegal immigrants who were dropped off by plane on Martha's Vineyard nearly 2 years ago are receiving visas to legally reside and work in the U.S. The attorney states the trio will be granted U visas designed for crime victims. This is USA News.
The inventor and CEO of MyPillow is always looking for ways to solve everyday problems. Have you ever picked up a towel set because it felt really soft in the store, but then when you go to use it, it's not very absorbent? It's basically a towel that's leaving you out to dry. That's why MyPillow has developed the MyPillow towels. Towels that work. I know, it's mind-blowing. Towels that actually dry you. The 6-piece towel set includes 2 bath towels, 2 hand towels, and 2 washcloths. They come in a variety of colors, and right now you can receive a 6-piece set for only $39.98 with promo code USA. Go to MyPillow.com right now and click on the radio listener special. MyPillow products come with a 10-year warranty and they have a 60-day money-back guarantee. To receive this amazing offer on the 6-piece set of MyPillow towels, just go to MyPillow.com. Click on the radio listener special and enter promo code USA or call 800-951-8175. That's MyPillow.com. Promo code USA.
Trendsetters, join me in welcoming Abby from the Color Bar, the ultimate destination for a fresh look in 2024.
Excited to be here, Rob. We're transforming styles with the latest Bellamy extensions and vibrant colors.
Tell us about these game-changing extensions and the vibe for the new year.
With Bellamy's range and our unique color palette, everyone can find their perfect style. Think bold reds and chic pastels for 2024.
And the deals?
We're offering special financing on extensions and a complimentary conditioning with any color service in January.
Abby, how can listeners join in?
Well, that's easy. They can just visit colorbartx.com or call us at 936-439-4972. We're in Huntsville and Conroe, ready to make your year stunning.
Thanks, Abby. Folks, don't wait to reinvent yourself with the Color Bar's Bellamy magic.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. Trendsetters, join me in welcoming Abby from the Color Bar, the ultimate destination for a fresh look in 2024.
Excited to be here, Rob. We're transforming styles with the latest Bellamy extensions and vibrant colors.
Tell us about these game-changing extensions and the vibe for the new year.
With Bellamy's range and our unique color palette, everyone can find their perfect style. Think bold reds and chic pastels for 2024.
And the deals?
We're offering special financing on extensions and a complimentary conditioning with any color service in January.
Abby, how can listeners join in?
Well, that's easy. They can just visit colorbartx.com or call us at 936-439-4972. We're in Huntsville and Conroe, ready to make your year stunning.
Thanks, Abby. Folks, don't wait to reinvent yourself with the Color Bar's Bellamy magic.
Huntsville back at it now. Time is 8:02 in the a.m. and, well...
You might be late to work.
Well, if you had to be at work at 8, you ain't got a job. Unless you show up with those Sandra's Kitchen breakfast tacos. You had those yet? Oh, they're so good. They're right around the corner. Hey, we're back. Anytime food's on. Yeah, we got Skittles, too, here from 0 degree this morning, so... Yeah, I can't give those away today. 69 degrees, overcast skies. How about that 90% humidity? Make sure you take a sword out with you this morning to cut through the air. Wind blowing at 6 miles an hour out of the south. It's going to be a little rainy possibly today. The Weather Service put a 10% chance of rain in the forecast. 10% isolated showers after 1 o'clock or before 1 o'clock. Tonight, increasing clouds. We'll be back to partly sunny tomorrow and 81. A little bit of rain coming in this weekend. Expect about a 40% chance on Friday afternoon, a little bit more on Friday night. It'll clear out for Saturday and then rain back in the forecast on Sunday. So that's a quick look at your weather. But here is a look at our good friend, Taylor Simmons, joining us. There you go, Taylor. What's up, man?
It's good, man. How are you?
Good. Good to have you on, man.
Yeah.
So Taylor's not really this tall. It's just the chair is really high up into the Taylor's actually about 4 foot. What is it? 4'10", I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
4'10". Yeah.
4'10", and
I'm
so
feeling a little short here.
yeah. Hold on, Kay. Here we
That
go.
doesn't help at all.
Look, there we go.
Happen often.
Look, here we go, Kay. What about that right there? So, well, welcome in. Having a lot of fun this morning.
Yeah.
Taylor Simmons joining us. We just made an executive decision. The title is Minister to Athletes, but there's a lot that you do, and you've been incredibly blessed to be just kind of a voice and a person to help young men through some sometimes what could be troubling times, other times great times, but you're there to provide support. We'll talk about these young men and who they are here in a minute. Before we do, though, the special Rick Boehning, Tomorrow's Promise horn.
We might need to rename that to 0 Degree.
0 Degree. We'll rename it
Hey,
to.
it was from Tomorrow's Promise.
Yeah, is there an executive? Kay, which one would you prefer? Tomorrow's Promise or 0 Degree horn? Which one? Yeah.
It's what Rick wants.
Oh,
if Rick wants to call it the 0 Degree horn, he can.
Mark this day in history. Kay
It's
has
the
given
only
you
time.
permission. It's the only time that Rick is able to make a decision. This day in history will go down. We'll ask Mayor to make a city proclamation today. Hey, you get the official horn as a first-time guest on the show, Taylor. This is a very valuable horn. Rick paid thousands of dollars, actually hiked all the way up the Himalayas to get this thing. And it's been through a lot, seen a lot, seen some guys lose their life while they were trying to
really like
get
to see
this.
Rick hike the Himalayas. That would
So
mean something.
two toots of the horn for Taylor Simmons this morning.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
There you go.
Man,
That's a special.
That should be in a museum.
It is, yeah. It is. Well, Taylor, you and I had the privilege of getting to know each other, man, I guess 3-4 years ago through Sam Houston State University, the football program. You've been around those guys, and God has just opened up some tremendous doors for you and the ministry that you're doing. But before we dig into all that, tell us a little bit of the Taylor Simmons story. Let us know a little bit about you and where you grew up and marriage and all those fun things, man.
Yeah. I grew up in Houston, Texas, and my wife, she grew up in Sealy, Texas, and we met here at Sam Houston in 2010 through the ministry here, campus ministry here that we were a part of called Chi Alpha, and then from there we just learned about God, learned about just knowing Jesus and sharing Jesus with people, and just having a burden for people on our campus, the students who didn't know Jesus, and through that ministry and just from knowing friends and being connected with people, that's how her and I got to know one another, and obviously was attracted to her from the very moment I saw her, and then she happened to be overseas for a year in the Netherlands, serving a campus ministry out there, or started a campus ministry out there with some people, and so we were dating long distance via Skype, and you learn a lot about just communicating well with someone, and it's more than just being with someone physically, but learning how to actually talk to a person and get to know them, and the more we talked and spent time together, the more we just grew more in love with each other, and thank God she said yes to marrying me, and and then the Lord just really put this burden on both of our hearts. In 2013, I just had this picture of just walking around on the campus of Sam Houston and just seeing gravestones, headstones everywhere on the campus of all the students who went through college and never knew Jesus. And that changed everything for me. That I thought to myself, I don't want to see more people miss it when they leave, because we truly do believe in our hearts that the university campus truly is the most strategic mission field in the world. And so you get people for a brief stint of time where they're really trying to figure things out in their life, and it begins to really shape who they're going to become for the rest of their life through their time in college. And so we've been working college ministry for the past 10 years. And then 2016, just before the 2017 season, I was presented with an opportunity of reaching student athletes on our campus. They were a group that we didn't have any kind of contact with or anything, and I had no clue where to start. I just asked the Lord to kind of lead me and direct me on where He wanted me to begin, and it led me to Sam Houston football. All I could think, man, there's 95 plus guys here, and I'm not too sure if I see a real proper representation of Jesus around these guys, and so I started showing up to a couple practices. I'd walk around the Bowers Stadium just praying for them and things like that during their practices, and I got kicked out of about 2 or 3 practices because they didn't know who I was, and rightfully so.
They thought you were trying to walk onto the football team.
Who knows? They never gave me a shot, but that's okay. But no, So I basically I just kind of came to terms understanding, like, okay, there's got to be a better way to do this. I'm just not sure. And the Lord directed me to a former FCA director here named Matt Johnson, who I just truly respect and admire dearly. Had been a real friend to me during that time of getting involved with this team. And at first, he was a little bit standoffish because I think he was unsure of what my intentions were. But I made it very clear to him that I felt that he needed a brother in the battle, and that's exactly what I wanted to be for him. And so from there, he was like, okay, I think we're fighting for the same thing. And when we get in there, I'll focus on the coaches, and man, you just focus on those players, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. I'm not like a very big speaker guy or anything like that. I'm not necessarily looking for that. I'm the kind of person who is very much, I share the gospel through relationship.
Relational, yeah.
Yeah, I
Come
believe
alongside someone.
That's it. I believe in coming alongside someone, being friends with them. I'm probably the guy in the back of the room cutting up with guys and laughing, but we're just sharing life together. And so from there, we saw God start to do some really wonderful things. I met a wonderful, wonderful young man years ago. His name was Tucker Addington, our former long snapper and one of our captains. And I remember him snapping the ball, and they punted it, and he got downfield and happened to make the tackle and came off on the sideline and just started laughing and talking. But he, at the time, had just had a baby girl who was born just like 3 months after my first baby girl. And here was a guy I saw who was just trying to figure out things in life because he's a student athlete. He's married. He has a kid already, and there was a lot of difficult things that they were working through at that time. But I remember the Lord just very clearly letting me know, like, hey, you go after this man. Like, I want him. Go after him. And I was like, okay. And so this guy and I just started hanging out on campus and meeting and talking, having conversations, and he would ask me all these different questions from things in the Bible and things like that. And I remember he had asked me a question like, hey, Taylor, do you think it's possible for something that started out as lust turn into love? And I told him, I said, well, that just depends upon what your definition of love is. I was like, if you think love is a feeling, then that's not going to work. But if you understand that love is a choice, then that changes everything. And so I just started telling him, like, man, just go home. Start when you go home after your football and your studies. I know you're really busy because they are super busy athletes. He just started going home, started doing dishes, serving his wife around the house and things like that. And then she's just kind of like, what are you doing? Like, who are you right now? Because he was operating differently. And And so then he just said that, well, I was hanging out with this guy, Taylor, and he was telling me this in the Bible about what Ephesians 5 says and loving your wives. And then she's like, okay, well, then ask him all these questions. And so he'd come back to me with all the questions that she had. And then he told me years later, he said, Taylor, the answers that you gave us to the questions that we had were never what we expected.
Wow.
And I told him, I said, I wish I could tell you what I said. I don't remember, and it must have been the Holy Spirit. That's all I can say. But anyhow, in time, his wife started coming to church. We attend church in New Waverly, the Journey Fellowship, and anyhow, they started coming to church, and then before you know it, his wife is just wanting to give her life to Jesus because she met a girl who came alongside her and loved her as a friend, discipled her as I was doing with Tucker. And from there, Tucker, started inviting guys. We had a small group. We have a small group on Tuesday nights at my house. And it helped because I'd be on the practice field and traveling with the team, doing chapels and things like that for them. And so then they get to kind of see, well, here's someone who's willing to come on our turf to spend time with us and share things that matter with us. And so the guys who would be really hungry would want more and come to my home. Lauren would put out this wonderful spread of snacks and food that the guys just get giddy over. And we got a basketball hoop in our driveway where it gets really competitive. And we just had that last night. A few guys just getting some competitive basketball.
I was looking for the bruises, some Karl Malone elbows in there, Taylor. So.
No, they did a 2-on-2, and I was like, I'll just ref this one. How about that? But anyhow, so yeah, we have a lot of fun. But I mean, but going back to Tucker, I saw Jesus radically transform not just Tucker, but also his wife. Their baby girl now has a mom and dad who really love each other and they love Jesus, and so now she's growing up in this really godly home, and they have more kids now, and not only that, it seeped down into their family as well, because these were two people who in high school were not living for Jesus at all, and now Tucker's he's gone on to have himself a little bit of an NFL career, and still praying for him, because when he did get signed to a team, he told me, I remember him telling me, man, Taylor, I don't see it as I'm just playing in the NFL, but I see it as I'm a missionary on an NFL team, and that's how he viewed it. Like he was going to be on a team, snap footballs because he has a gift and a talent to do it, and. But at the end of the day, what mattered to him most was sharing Jesus with teammates.
Love that.
And so that's exactly what I believe God has called us to do here. Is we open up our home to make a home away from home for these guys, but also really talk through real life things. And we got guys. I've had guys sit on my couch that are in tears because they're really afraid about thinking about what they're going to do when football's done. And that kind of scares them a little bit. And it's like, okay, well then we got some real things to discuss and talk about what's important. So this is more than just about being a part of a football team, but we're wanting to see godly men, godly husbands, fathers, leaders one day in whatever they're doing. And I believe that being a part of this football team has had a significant impact because the culture's great. I mean, you know it full and well, Rob. You were around it, and so that's our heart, is just to continue to see Jesus grow and thrive on this football team, and we've seen guys giving their lives to Jesus, and then they tell me, hey, I want to get baptized. I want to get but I want to get baptized on after practice in front of my teammates, because. These are guys who formerly partied with their other teammates or whatnot and things like that, and they're wanting to show that, hey, like what God's done in me, I believe He wants to do more through me, and so I want to make a public declaration here and now to my brothers, to my teammates, to my coaches about what I want my life to be about henceforth, and And so, yeah, I mean, there's lots of beautiful stories I can share of just God transforming guys' lives on this team. But it's a real privilege. But I can honestly say that this isn't anything that I've been able to do on my own. But like, I've asked God for just certain opportunities to come and for the right people to be connected with. And man, I just saw God's favor just like paving the way. And so all I had to do was just walk in those things. And we've been super grateful to be able to have done this now for, 6 years. So, and we're still going. So
yeah. Well, Taylor Simmons is joining us. Kaye, I know you had a question for Taylor.
Oh, I just think
Or
it's
statement.
wonderful that you take a group here that's collected in Huntsville,
Yeah.
and most people don't. People think about, Africa needs to hear the gospel, and everybody's fine in the United States, and we're sending all this money overseas to have missionaries elsewhere,
Yeah.
and there is a huge mission field right here in Huntsville
That's right.
with the college students. And used to be, like when I was a child, you knew who Jesus was, but we've got a whole culture that has never heard who Jesus is at all. And you're over there planting those seeds, and then they're sprouting all over the United States. And I just think that's cool.
That's it, yeah. And your mission field is where your feet are. Mm-hmm. And so I just I never imagined that our life would be here in Huntsville. I thought, like every other student, I'd come here, go to school, and move on. But no, the Lord really put it on my heart to if I'd be willing to stay, and I was like, well, yeah, I'm willing to stay, however long I need to stay, and had no idea that because being a former athlete myself, throughout my whole entire life, I never imagined that I would ever come back into that kind of environment again, knowing the things that I know, because I didn't know Jesus until I got to college. I mean, and so when I got here, that transformed my life, meeting Jesus when I came to Sam Houston, and then I just never imagined that the two would come together. And so it was kind of this full circle moment where it was like, I'm bringing you back into this environment that I know you love and enjoy, but now the things you know about me, you're going to share in this world. And so it's been really sweet and a very rewarding experience. But yeah, you got now with this transfer portal and things like that, there's players. It's just like constant movement.
You almost have this nudge to like love on them even more because you don't want them to go.
Short amount of time. So it just means that the time that I do have with each player really matters and could just change an entire lifetime for their eternities. Yeah. And so it just means that I've got to be very diligent and very intentional with everything that I do and say around these guys. And so all I try to do is just model to them what was modeled to me and how to know and walk with Jesus.
That's great. Well, yeah. Taylor Simmons again joining us. So glad to have him on this morning. And I'll say this, Taylor's a very humble guy. I mean, as he's talking, I'm sure you can pick that up. But Taylor, I've known you. You've always had a heart for people. Regardless of their background, regardless of their current belief.
Yeah.
You love people, you want to support people, and I can easily say you're one of the most genuine dudes that I know. And I don't mean that disrespectfully to anybody else, but I love hearing your story. And I heard a pastor say it like this one time, that when you remain in faith, God is going to take you to places you never imagined.
Yeah.
And it's cool to hear that. I think that's the story of your life. You've remained in faith, and you're making an impact on a place that you never imagined, now helping student athletes. Now, all of this, and I'm going to say this, all of this comes at a cost. The university is not a paid position.
Right.
This isn't an official position. I know Taylor's wearing a Sam Houston shirt because he loves the Bearcats. He went there. But this is not a paid position from the university. Taylor is doing this on his own. He is out doing this work on his own. He gets a little bit of support from folks around, and that's one reason too. Whenever I started talking to you, I said, "Man, look, I want to help you get the word out about how people can support you." I know it's something that a lot of guys don't want to talk about, but how can people get involved to support the mission work that you're doing right here in Huntsville?
Yeah. So my wife and I both we're full-time missionary campus missionaries here at Sam Houston, and so. So yeah, all of our income comes from individuals, a few churches, people that just truly love us and believe in what God has called us to do. And so, there's ways of giving, but you're more than welcome to get in contact with me directly. But we also have a website. It's on giving.ag.org, and you can donate there and commit to a monthly gift that we have people giving each month to our ministry, or you can do an annual one-time gift, whatever the Lord puts in your heart to do. But we've got about 2,900 remaining to raise in monthly support. So trying to get it all raised, hopefully right by the time fall camp starts, which is going to be around July 30th or August 1st, somewhere there, so that I can be back and be able to be fully present with the guys and not have to really worry about our funds. So I'm trying to work on that pretty diligently while we have three young kids and my wife. So, but nonetheless, God's been faithful and has provided, and we're super excited for this ministry growing into hopefully some other areas, not just with football, but hopefully some more student athletes within Sam Houston, and also we hope to get a plug in with the Huntsville Hornets and hopefully even New Waverly, the Bulldogs, so that we can
represent. I'm representing today.
Yeah. Try to do some of the similar things that I've been able to do with this football team, but with their young athletes as well. I just believe that if you can impact one player or however many players God puts in front of you, man, we've got an opportunity to see families, just family generations just completely change. And I'm a first generation pastor in my family. So like I said, I didn't come from a church background, and so but I've seen God win my mom to the Lord and all kinds of people within my family. So we're talking about seeing just a total eternal catalyst happening among families. And so I believe in the Great Commission. I believe in what Jesus has called us to do, and I'm hoping to see it grow beyond just Sam Houston, but more into Huntsville and more into New Waverly, hopefully.
Awesome. We made it real easy for you. If you go to tinyurl.com/Taylor Simmons, that's tinyurl.com/Taylor Simmons, TaylorSimmons. That will direct you to the AG Giving website and right to his portal for he and his wife. And friends, that's just what we're asking for this morning, even if it's $5 a month. And you know what? Maybe you can't give monetarily. That's the big ask. But another ask that's just as important is pray for Taylor
Absolutely.
and his family.
Yeah.
That the Lord will continue to open doors and continue to put favor and blessings in front of them, because it's like another pastor said, we serve a big God, and you think about the universe. Well, how big is the universe? God's bigger than that.
That's right, man.
So
yeah, and we've often heard it said that one with God is the majority, and so it can feel overwhelming at times being around this team, and I'm not wanting to take anything away from their culture. I'm more than anything hoping to add some really good things into that culture that's already there, because Sam Houston football has always had I think a really solid culture, and that's what the guys on this team often talk about that they value. Is they said something that they do really love about the team and they love about Huntsville is the feeling of family.
Mm-hmm.
And family is a major thing with these guys, as it is to many of us here, and so that's something that has set this program apart from most other programs, is the feeling of it feels like family, and that's what I love about it. And so you do truly feel like God's presence is with you, and really like caring and fighting for these guys. So
that's awesome. Well, Taylor, so good to have you and to share your story, and we'll have to have you on again just to kind of touch base and see how things are going. It's a tremendous blessing, and it's an incredible privilege to be able to do what you do. And I know the folks there are very supportive of allowing you to be there.
Yeah.
Taylor's not out. Look, there's someone out there this morning, may not be a believer. Like, here's this Bible guy. Here's the deal. Taylor's not out there throwing Bibles at guys.
No.
He's out there just loving on people and being a friend to them.
I'm being there.
And that's what's important. He's a genuine dude. And like I said, it don't matter what your background is, what your beliefs are. Taylor's going to be there. He's going to love on these guys, and he's going to support them. So,
yeah.
Well, man, we appreciate you being on. It's good to
likewise,
catch up
man.
with you,
Thank
Taylor.
brother.
Yeah. It's awesome to keep up. Again, if you are feeling a tug this morning to support Taylor and his family and the calling that he has on his life, please visit that website, tinyurl.com/Taylor Simmons. And maybe you know somebody. Maybe you can't financially support, but maybe you know somebody, a neighbor down the street that's been looking for an opportunity. Share that with them, and I guarantee that you're going to be tremendously blessed by being a blessing to Taylor and his family. So good to have you, man.
Yeah, you as well, man. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Blessing.
All right, we'll step aside. We'll take a break. Rick back with us on the other side, and Rick looks. I don't know.
Is he awake?
Yeah, Rick, are you awake over there? He's been eating too much candy. He's the candy man now. You know, he's a freeze-dried candy guy here in town now.
Oh,
so,
okay.
He's the candy man. So, Rick, thanks for the Skittles, by the way. You're welcome. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll close it out. We'll also call our winner. We'll talk more about tomorrow's promise and the color run coming up. But by the way, one final opportunity. Text in that keyword crawfish, all one word, along with your name on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. That number is 936-339-0139.
Yeah, I noticed you didn't offer to give that away.
What?
The candy.
I did. I did offer to give it away, and Rick told me no. I told him it was for him. Rick said, no, that's for you. So I'm not allowed to give that candy away. So that's how it works, Kaye.
I saw that handshake side
There's a
winks and
little
stuff.
20 spot sliding under the table. So that's your keyword. As always, our wonderful Wednesdays, brought to you by Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Over 25 years of educational excellence here in our community. We'll talk to Rick and Kaye when we come back. Stay with us. More to come. As always, this is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville on a Wednesday.
Have you heard of Google, Amazon, or Wikipedia? Their founders were all Montessori students. Montessori is the only educational method developed by a doctor using the scientific method for what was best for the child. Come check out our award-winning childcare schools at Tomorrow's Promise. Did you know that 90% of brain development happens the first 5 years of life? Early childhood education is the most important time of life. Come find out what makes us different and why we are now adding a third location. Visit tpms.life for more information. Education you can trust.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart
Hey
of
friends,
Texas.
Rob Hip here. As a guy, jewelry's not really my thing. I never know what I'm looking for. I feel uncomfortable, and I just don't understand how certain things look good together. But that's why I depend on Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Whenever Bridget and I wanted to get engaged, we said, we need to go to a place to where someone's going to take care of us. They're going to make me feel comfortable as a guy, but they're also going to take care of her needs as well. So I went into Elliot's, and he was so gracious and compassionate with my understanding, and I wanted something that looked a little masculine for my engagement band, and he said, I've got the perfect thing for you. And he found some white hammered gold that was trimmed in 14 karat gold, also put a diamond on that ring to signify my love for Bridget, and as we grow and our family grows, we can put a diamond around the rest of those. So friends, if you're looking for someone that is dedicated to customer service, that understands the needs of people and does what's right all the time, there's nobody better than my friend. It's Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com. The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Now, a little 8:35. We got to get off there. Kaye gets really Rob, you need to end the show. Kaye gets.
I never get that way about ending the show.
Kaye gets.
Starting it.
What is it? What's that? You know what my dad used to say? A word? Belligerent.
She gets belligerent?
Belligerent.
I have seen her belligerent.
Is that like angry?
I usually get belligerent with him.
My dad is like this. My dad will start talking, and he knows this incredible vocabulary of words I've never heard of.
Him.
You do that too, Rick? You got this?
I've learned to speak normal.
Well, I've learned just to let it just come out the normal way.
If you would like a sentence that you can't understand,
Can you do an example for us? Just anything off the top of your head?
The one you taught Shelby.
What did I teach Shelby? Gosh, I can't think anything at the moment. I've spent so long dumbing everything down.
Great. Put Rick on the spot. Failed us. All right. Well, Rick, you don't eat the candy, by the way, is what Tammy says. So.
I do not eat the candy. I'm not a candy person.
Quick shout-outs this morning. Shout-out to Steph Valley at Magnolia Kennel, who is joining us on the Facebook stream. The other day I tried to start this new thing of let's say happy birthday to people that we know, and I literally went through my friends list, and there was 30 birthdays, and none of them were people in Huntsville.
Oh, my.
So I was like, I'm not going to go through it here.
One of the words was superfluous.
Nothing today. Superfluous. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, nothing today either.
I'm a plethora of superfluous information.
Yeah. Then you have a word for information, too.
I'm friends with someone named William Farrell. Will Farrell.
Will Farrell.
Cool? Will Farrell. Look at that. I don't know how that one happened. There's nobody on my list today of friends that it's their birthday. So I'm very sorry.
You can celebrate me.
Yeah, we'll just celebrate Rick every day. If it is your birthday, happy birthday.
I was going to look and see if it was anybody I knew.
Yeah, I wanted to start doing this. Kaye, you got some Wednesday wisdom for us. Wednesday wisdom.
Well, part of this has to do with communication. And it's actually kind of surprising that the first part's communication, that we actually understand what people are saying to each other. Because there are so many different meanings to words. And so when somebody says something, are they talking about the same meaning that you're talking about? And I've went blank on a word. But 10% of communication is the words we're actually speaking. But then 35% is the tone you're using. And 55% is your body language.
What else?
So, I can say something like, I love you.
Ooh.
And that can be taken so many different ways because my body language could be, I love you, you know.
Well, yeah, and the way you said it to me, Rick's about to punch me, so don't ever say that again. No.
You know, but my body language could be, you know.
I get that a lot, too.
Or the tone could be.
I like you, but I don't really love you right now. No, it's the other way around. I love you, I don't really like you right now.
But, you know, or it could be, I love you, you know. And so...
I very seldom slobber when I say that.
But communication is very important. And sometimes we misunderstand people when we're talking to each other.
Especially texting.
Yeah.
I hate texting.
Because in texting, all you have is words and you don't have any of the other information that helps you understand what's going on. Because like I said, communication, only 10% is words. And so I've learned to try to use emojis or things like that because it's the person receiving it. What kind of mood are they in? Because they can take something I say and think I'm griping them out, or that I'm just saying this is something we need to do, or, hey, good job. I mean, I've had all three reactions to the same text.
Well, you're so right. It's so important to think about the way you communicate and how are you communicating. And how are you focusing on what you're doing? Me, I have ADD, so sometimes I mean certain things, but they don't come out the way that I mean.
I communicate with candy.
Works out. So, Kaye, what would you take from this real quick? Let's play this quick scene here. One of my favorite scenes whenever you said I love you. This is from Home Alone 2, I believe. Oh, no, it's going to... Oh, I just had it muted. Hold on. Here we go. You ready?
I love you.
So how would you take that one, Kaye?
You gotta do better than that.
Little sarcastic.
I love you.
Well,
just a tad sarcastic.
I'll give you till 3. I love you, but my Tommy gun doesn't. It's one of my favorite scenes. When you said that, I thought of that guy. I love you. So it is sarcastic. See, he was being sarcastic. He really didn't love him. So what's really good was that.
That's for today.
That's the gist.
Yeah.
So think about it the next time you're talking, and how are you reacting and how are you interacting with people?
Even this show, you know, there's the people that just hear it on Spirit Radio or are just listening, and they're getting 10%. They're getting the words, but then they're getting a little bit of the inflection and the tone of the language to kind of tell if we're joking or not joking on some things. But then they're not always getting the body language. And that's the majority of communication.
And I promise my body language is I am listening and paying attention a lot, but I'm also producing. So I do have a little bit of leeway, right, Kaye?
You do have a lot of leeway.
I'm in the middle of producing.
Okay, we're going to talk about the next myth. Since you brought it up, there's no such thing as multitasking.
Really? Was it all just tasking together?
No, your brain is switching from one thing to the other rapidly. So you cannot do two things at once. You are actually making your brain work harder by switching back and forth between things.
Well, I have ADD, and I've self-diagnosed
and some people it takes 15 minutes to get them back on track.
Takes me about 4 days.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Are you ever on track?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
And with my stomach how it is right now, it's going to take about a week to get back on track. So, anyways, not TMI this morning. Clay Talsworth joining us, former Candyman on this morning. So good morning.
Oh, he's still technical advisor.
Technical advisor,
He's
Candyman.
still helping us.
He's helping quite a bit.
Did he stash a bunch of the candy though before the transaction happened?
I don't know. He might have.
Yeah, because
he's perfectly welcome to.
Yeah, I would have hoarded it up big time. I would have been on an episode of Hoarders, but candy version. And you walk into my house, you couldn't even get around because there's so many Skittles everywhere. So anyway.
I'm not sure that Clay eats that many Skittles because I mean he's not like he weighs 300 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean if he ate all the candy, then he'd probably weigh a lot more.
I don't eat the candy. Just not a big candy person.
Do you eat any of it?
Sometimes. I had a little taste of Snickers yesterday.
That should be on a T-shirt. I had a little taste of Snickers. People think, my goodness, did you eat your cat? Poor little cat.
Just the paw.
Come here, Snickers. By the way, don't freeze dry your cat. Not a good idea.
Ever.
You taking this one?
Do you even recognize it? they're not going to win, and it's funny. It's ridiculous that they're not going to answer the phone because y'all know who it is.
I don't.
Good morning.
You're the best thing I've ever found on the internet, baby.
Bridget might not like that.
Hi, this is Ronaldo.
And Raul.
Oh, good
Ronaldo
Lord,
and Raul from yourbestdate.com.
What are you doing answering the phone when you're supposed to be working?
Because I don't clock in till 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Hey, is this Tammy Chouette?
No, Tammy Trotter.
Oh, Tammy Trotter.
Yes, Chouette.
Chouette.
That's a good word. I'm going to greet people. Instead of saying hello, I'm going to, Chouette. It's okay. No credit, no sweat it. Chouette. Hey, how do you really pronounce it, though? How do you pronounce
Trotter.
But you still got you have a hyphen in there. You need to update
I got to get rid of the hyphened name.
Okay. Well, I'll borrow it from you. I'll borrow it. How about that? Because I like it. I like having the chouette. It sounds kind of French. Chouette, Alizette.
I think it's actually shooty.
Yeah. Tammy, how you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for signing up for, what was the website again, Rick?
I don't know.
It was something like yourbestdatenow.com or something. I don't remember, but we were in charge
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, we were in charge of calling you, and I'm so sorry. I'm married, ma'am. So
And I'm married, too.
Yeah, we're both married, so.
That, by the way, she's
Most
kind
of
of
the ones on those sites are married too.
Yeah, fact.
I don't go on those sites. I wouldn't know.
Well, hey, we got a, just to kind of rub it in their face, you've got a Cafe Texan gift card to rub it in Rick and Kay's face. So
I'll take it to her.
Yeah, Cafe Texan gift card coming your way today. How about that, Tammy?
Well, I'm going to use it with going to eat there with them anyway, so it's not really going to matter, is it?
Oh, that's the case. I'll just give it to Michelle then. So no
Wow.
problem.
Wow.
So no, we appreciate you. And Tammy, thank you so much. You engage with us every morning. We're so thankful to have you in our community, and it's always great. I know that we joke around, but in all seriousness, we do appreciate you and love you, and it's so good to have you here in Huntsville.
There's no reason in the world she couldn't be on this show.
Yeah. When are you going to fill in for Rick and Kay?
There's lots of reasons.
You need to fill in for Rick and Kay.
She's screen shy.
Yeah, because they're
Absolutely not.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, there you go.
We found something she won't do.
It's hard to believe. She just about anything.
Well, Kay's got a final question for you this morning.
What are you thankful for today?
Besides me.
And you better say tomorrow's promise.
I'm thankful for you. And
For
I'm
me.
thankful for Hello Huntsville for meeting you.
Ah,
She meant
okay.
me.
It's the one connection that we made on this program. We connected Tammy to tomorrow's promise. So praise the Lord.
No, I don't know that Tammy's connected to tomorrow's promise.
Ah, okay.
Because I don't like to share her.
Yeah. No,
She's been helping me, too.
yeah. Tammy, whatever we can do to help you, we're always here for you, and we're so thankful again that you're here in Huntsville, and thanks for texting to winning today, all right?
She's a Jill of all trades.
Well, thank you for accepting me in this town because some places won't accept me.
We
or
do.
accept outsiders, I should say. Won't accept outsiders, and y'all accepted me.
Especially from that state that you can kind of break off like a cracker, you know, on the...
Well, she's from the northern part. The northern part's not too bad.
Yeah, well, it's questionable.
Northern part's good. It's the southern part you got to worry
Yeah,
about.
San Diego's great, though. San Diego's good, too.
Is it?
Yes.
Why do you
It's
say
pretty, but I think that's about all it is.
It's nice and cool there year-round.
Well, yeah.
All right, Tammy. Well, hey, have a blessed day. Thanks so much for joining us.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
There he is. Tammy, the winner today. And we'll have to head over to the church to get that gift card. So we'll bring it by to her. Don't worry. She'll be there. Her desk is right there whenever I go to pick up Caden. You know, I go in that area over there to get my child. So I'll just drop it off on her desk. So there you go. After I use half of it.
I was going to say, then Rick will grab it and she'll never see it.
Perfect.
Right.
Love that. So,
You could just give it to me and I'll take it to her, I promise.
by the way, Rick brought in some free, and I really wanted to give these away, and he would not let me. He said, those are for you.
I got those for you. That's why it doesn't have a label on it.
Rick came in singing. He goes, "These are for you, my friend. I've got those Skittles for you, my friend."
You had to ride around with me yesterday at Chamber Ambassadors. I figured you deserved a reward.
You know, here's a hidden secret about Rick Boehning, by the way. If you ever ride with Rick, you're not riding with him, you're chauffeuring him.
That's
by the way.
right.
He hands the keys to you, and you have to drive.
That's
No, it doesn't work that way. Hey,
Not with y'all together, but with me.
He won't let me drive.
Have you seen her drive?
Final opportunity this morning. We want you to sign up for the Run With Your Imagination. Go online, runwithyouриmagination.com. Taylor, I love this because we're able to bring awareness to Taylor. Did not realize this program, and he's got 3 children. 2 of them are eligible for the books.
Yeah.
And this is what Run With Your Imagination is about. Tomorrow's Promise is a 501c3 nonprofit. You can go to GuideStar. You can look at everything. They're very open and transparent. Kaye is, and how she directs this organization, the founder of it, the brains behind this idea that has been a blessing to Huntsville now for 25-plus years. But one final opportunity, Kaye, mention the race and where people can go and what day it is and all that fun stuff.
You can go to runwithyourimagination.com and sign up. Please do it as soon as possible so you'll get guaranteed your T-shirt size, because we have to turn in the final order on Friday.
Yeah, I've got a T-shirt ordered, medium blimp.
MB, it's a
And
medium blimp.
if you don't make the deadline by Friday, you can still sign up and still come to the race. We are ordering extra. I just can't guarantee that it's going to be in your size.
Awesome.
So I want you to do that before you leave today.
Yes.
Have you signed up?
Run With Your Imagination. She's gone on it. Michelle leaves on the weekend. She's like, I'm leaving.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to run.
There's that body language right there.
Yeah, what kind of body language is this? I'm leaving. Huntsville's not good enough for me. I'm leaving on the weekend. And she says it just like that. Like sweet little darling Michelle gets this little, I'm from Houston, and I'm leaving, and I don't
Well, no, what she needs to do is bring all of her friends from Houston here.
Yeah, bring the H-Town, man. By the way,
The entire H-Town.
Jersey fan of Sam Houston. I think it's great. I think the jersey on Sam Houston, what a win for Huntsville. Anyone who thinks that that's like a disgrace to the Sam Houston, look, I'm not going to get political, but I'm just going to tell you, if you think that's a disgrace to Sam Houston, I think he would even think it was great. Put aside any bias. I'm a Cowboys fan, okay? I don't really like the Texans, but I think it's cool what they did. I don't care what team it's for. I think that jersey and what they were, and keep that under wraps too. Tracy did such a great job. I reached out, I was like, hey, I didn't even know about this. She's like, nobody did. We had to keep it under wraps.
I could have swore somebody told me they were going to do that.
Well, I wish that you
Maybe I was psychic.
I wish you would have slid that information over to me.
I didn't
I think you found out about it right as it was happening.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be it. I don't know.
But I think it's great. Think of the exposure that gets for Huntsville, Texas.
I'm kind of ambivalent. I mean, I see the...
There's the word. There was that. See, I don't know what that means.
Oh,
I'm gonna. Ambivalent means that you're kind of on the fence about it.
yeah, I
right?
mean, one way I think you're kind of disrespecting the statue, and the other way I can see where it's good for, the visitor center is getting a big bonus from this.
I think it's more disrespectful to the statue when birds fly over it and do their business on it.
They don't fly
They
that high.
do. They do. They
They don't
fly
fly
over
that
it. I
high.
guarantee they do. So that's more disrespect. I'm glad. So here's the thing, Rick. I'm glad that they put the jersey on the statue because it protects him from the bird droppings. There you go.
Well, I think anything that promotes Texas. I mean, Sam Houston came to Texas.
From Kentucky or Tennessee?
I think it was Tennessee.
Tennessee.
But he came to Texas, and he was all about Texas and Texas independence and anything Texas, Texas, Texas. So I think if he was alive, he'd be advocating and promoting Texas.
Absolutely. And I think that if he was here, he would be celebrating National Pigs in a Blanket Day today.
Wow.
National Pig in a Blanket.
And I'm
that
sure-
would be a wiener
well-
schnitzel.
You old wiener snitchel, you.
Pig in a blanket.
But I'm sure that brought national attention.
It did. Do you see the attention that it brought just from, and obviously KHOU, the news station, knew about it or whatever. 13, is that KHOU? Oh, Michelle said no way. 11 knew, or 13? Are they 13 or 11? I think it's. Okay, ABC 13 knew about it because they were also throwing. Did you see where they flew over a school and they had little swag gifts and they threw it out of their news helicopter to the kids at the school?
That sounds dangerous.
So dangerous. Anyways, it's National Stop Food Waste Day today. So you know what? Here's the best way to stop food waste. Do like
eat
we
your
do.
pigs in a blanket.
Eat your pigs in a blanket, but have 2 puppies that are next to you like we do. When Braylon throws stuff, the dogs are there to clean it up. Also, National Bucket List Day today. So what's in your bucket list? I don't really have one.
I have one.
What's the?
I want to go to Australia.
That's your bucket list.
That's on my bucket
He
list.
wants to sail to Australia.
I want to cruise to
A cruise.
Australia. I don't want to sail.
Cruise.
I could see. I just had this horrible imagery of Rick in like a man brassiere on a sailboat going, oh,
No,
you know,
cruise ship
with like a burnt,
I'm going in luxury.
with a burnt belly from being out there with no.
This is Raul. Raul right here. I have named my belly.
All right, I think it's time to go. Okay, thank y'all. We appreciate it. Been a fun day. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Our friends from the Color Bar. It'll be their final episode with us, so it's a kind of a bittersweet day, but we're looking forward to having our friends from the Color Bar on tomorrow here on the show. That Thursday spot, by the way, is still open if you're interested in co-hosting. It's great exposure for your business, and compared to general advertising, it's actually very affordable for the amount of exposure that you get. So we'd love for you to hang out with us on a Thursday. Can't compete with our foundation sponsors, though. So no financial, no schools, no firearms, no...
Darn. I do all those things.
Rick does all of it. But we'd love to have you. And we are going to be talking tomorrow with a new friend of ours, Brandy Christenberry from Farm Fest, coming up here this weekend there in Richards. She does it every year. It's her third year doing it. They're going to be doing it earlier this year. Last year it was in the fall. They've moved it back to the early summer. And then on Friday, we're going to close it out with Coach Rodney Southern. So it's going to be a fun remainder of the week. And as always, too, you're more than welcome to come hang out with us in the studio. We got, 3 chairs, Rick? So we got a couple of seats over here. You can come hang out with us.
Yeah, well, I've sat there before while you were doing a show.
Yeah, and
I might, I got a brisket. I might just bring a little taste of brisket tomorrow.
There may be a taste of brisket tomorrow, okay? So that's another shirt design idea. A taste of brisket.
Well, it's a Kyle Kreiner brisket, so that's the best there is.
Yeah, Kyle Kreiner, taste of brisket, maybe tomorrow. Hey, we love you, Huntsville. Join us again tomorrow, 7:30, and as we end every show, reminding you today that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We do need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Big thanks to our friends at Tomorrow's Promise being with us every single Wednesday. Thank you, Kaye. Love y'all. Have a great day.
Should we say goodbye to the... Bye.